Well, hello YouTube and welcome back to Retired for Life. Well, my buddies the turkeys have showed up. So before we get doing too much today, we're going to get a little bit of cracked corn and feed them, just to calm them down a bit. This is pretty funny. They'll follow me around here while I get feed out. All right, just a minute, guys. Okay, it's dinner time. They can be pretty bossy. I do try to spread it out a bit so they don't fight too much. But there's still always a lot of squabbling. Well, we'll leave them to eat. And I've got to go start a fire going in the fire pit, because I'm going to be cooking a prime rib out on the fire. That's going to be a full trailer. I get 5 of them in there.
I thought his trailer was bigger than that. Take that fucking little thing there too.
Well, we're getting ready to head off to the auction. We got 5 loaded up. Right here. Well, this has sure been an experience. What a noise. And the air's a little thick too. So this is pretty much an all-day affair to get through all these cattle. There is a lot here. But I will be glad to get out and get some fresh air soon. So this is the bunch where Art's cattle are right now. They do slowly move them around from pen to pen and spread them out as the numbers go down. But boy, it's loud. Well, we'll head back in and watch them finish up here. Well, that sure was something. I've never seen anything like that. The part that actually I found the most fascinating was watching this one fella back in the big barn shuffle the cattle around. He was non-stop moving the cattle. As the cattle number went down, he was constantly moving them, partially getting them up towards the entrance to the main ring, and also to help them with just moving around and getting some exercise and that kind of thing, so they didn't go stir crazy. It was really amazing to watch, but it was a long day. So we waited for probably about 6 hours, hoping to see Art's cattle go through and get auctioned off, but we gave up after that and came home. So, a new day, on to new jobs. Today I'm going up to one of my neighbor's places to help him with a 3-hole golf course he's putting in his yard. There's one section where it's really very, very rough, and I've already been up there with the grader box tearing up the turf and whatnot and smoothing it out. So we're going to continue with that for a little while today. So I'll probably switch the camera over to time-lapse and let you guys see what it is we're doing there to level out this one section for one of his holes. All right, let's get the tractor fueled up and we'll get to work. Well, I ran out of battery, but I finished up over at Pierre's place, and he's got what was a rutted mess turned into something that looks like he can land a plane on now. So it's in pretty good shape. And I have come over here back to my place, and I'm working on a new road. This is a road that, this is a path that I could pretty easily use on the ATV, but I couldn't get the tractor back in, as the tractor is too tippy. So I've decided, after watching a number of videos on YouTube of people that I follow. I've been watching how they build roads, and I thought, well, you know, I've got the path there. I have my little Kubota. I think maybe I can make this passable. So I'm working away at that. And you can see how I've been cutting into the side here to flatten this out. Now there is a section of trees back in here that I want to get to, because there's a big pine there I want to harvest, and then there is a whole bunch of cedar that I also want to harvest. But I've got to get up and around this bend, and I'm really pleased with how it's going, because I'm not too far from being around the bend. There's a big rock down there that I'll have to bury, but that's not very hard to do. I can do that. And then it gets a little tight. There might be a couple of small trees I've got to take out. But yeah, I'm quite pleased with how this is working. This is really coming along well. So we're going to put the camera back into time-lapse again and keep working on this, or at least up to the point where I have to get the chainsaw out. As you can see, I've come a fair ways back in. It's a really good start, considering I can only get 15 feet back into here before, and then it was just too tippy. So I decided, let's do something about it. All right, so let's get back to work on that. Well, the time lapse on those two shots, cleaning next, leveling out over at my neighbor's place, and then doing road work, did not work very well. A lesson I've got to remember: if you're doing time lapse, have your camera on a tripod. It's just too shaky when you're moving around with it. So, lessons learned, we move on. Well, that's pretty good, guys. I'm a couple of 100 feet back into here, which I did not have access to with the tractor before. So I'm very pleased with that. I've got this clump of birch trees up here to deal with, and a big rock that I think I can just bury. Well, that's pretty good. It's getting late. So I think we're going to call that it for today and head back. It's getting pretty close to dinner time. Looks like I've got a damaged boot here I'm going to have to fix. All right, let's back out of here and call it a day. And I think that's going to be it for today's video too, guys. So thanks very much for watching, and we'll see you out on the trails the next time.